Latest on the Kansas governor's race, which is going down to the wire.
It certainly is, and Derek Schmidt has taken the podium right now with Chris Kobach.
Say a few words of gratitude individually and let everybody go home. Thank you all for being out tonight. God bless.
All right, that took care of that. The race has not been called. In fact, according to the Secretary of State's website, between Governor Kelly and Derek Schmidt, we've got basically 23,259 vote difference as of right now. So as Derek Schmidt said, they're going to go home and wait until tomorrow morning.
Yeah, this was not a concession speech.
No.
Not a concession speech by Derek Schmidt tonight. And this one's going to, as we say, go right down to the wire.
Well, and the thing about it is we talked about this earlier, the big factor here are the two other candidates in this race, the independent conservative Dennis Pyle and the libertarian in this race, Seth Cordell. When you combine Derek Schmidt's numbers with those of Dennis Pyle, it's getting about 2%, and Seth Cordell is getting about 1%. You get 28,960 votes, and the lead by Laura Kelly right now is somewhere in the range of about 23,000 votes. That's the difference in this race right now is the other candidates. Here's Chris Kobach.
Yeah.
Well, with a margin of 13,000 and growing, and with only red counties left to count, we're very confident that we have this victory tonight. And I don't care who you are or where you come from, you gotta love a comeback story, don't you? Especially when we were outspent at every stage of the game, and when some large establishment groups lined up against us, we still pulled through with the help of Republican voters across the state. I owe a huge debt of gratitude to many people, but first and foremost, I want to thank the Lord for carrying us to victory tonight. And up here on the stage with me, I want to thank Heather, my mom Jan, and all the girls for sticking with me and being so supportive during this race. And I want to especially also thank our small crack campaign team, campaign manager J.R. Clays, and our communication director Denidre Herbert. Also want to thank our treasurer Laura Francis and the legions of volunteers all across the state that made this possible. I want to give a special shout out to Donna Lippold in Wichita and to the people of Kansas Health Freedom, who through this pandemic were such strong supporters of our standing up for the Constitution and pushing back on those infringements on our freedom. But most importantly, I want to thank the voters of Kansas for putting their trust in me. It means so much to have their trust tonight. I want to congratulate Chris Mann on a hard-fought campaign. But tomorrow we begin the process of taking America back, and the Kansas Attorney General's office is going to be very directly involved in that process. I believe that America is not a country that kicks people out of the armed forces for asserting their First Amendment right to free exercise of religion. I believe that America is not a country that should shut down its oil production and then go begging Saudi Arabia to produce more oil. Last time I checked, I think it comes from the same planet, but I might be mistaken. And America is not a place where the Constitution is optional or is ignored by an administration in Washington, D.C. And on every one of those areas, the Attorney General's office, not just of Kansas, but of all of the states standing up for the Constitution, the Attorney General's office is essential in holding the line, in defending our Constitution and defending the rule of law in this country. And that's what we intend to do. So if Joe Biden continues to violate the law, Kansas will lead the charge in taking him to court.
All right, that's Chris Kobach declaring victory in the race for Kansas Attorney General. The final numbers are not in yet. This is still razor thin. Chris Mann, the Democrat in this race, the former police officer and prosecutor, issued a statement on Twitter about 45 minutes ago saying, as of right now, our race is too close to call. We'll continue to watch closely as votes come in and are counted. We must make sure that every eligible vote is counted. We'll keep you updated. But he repeats that it is essential that every vote is counted, which I read to mean that, what, mail-in ballots that were postmarked by midnight tonight that may not be in until
if there are
a few
any,
days, if there are any out there.
If there are any provisional ballots out there where there's some question about the signature. And the other thing to remember here, there's one county in East Central Kansas, Dickinson County, that hasn't reported one vote tonight, much less complete votes, and that's a county that is heavily Republican, which would bode well for the Kobach campaign. But they haven't reported anything all night long, and we have no clue as to why that happened. But I mean, the Kobach story, he said you got to love a comeback story, absolutely, for him. This is coming back and winning after losing the Republican Senate primary to Roger Marshall. Then he lost the governor's race to Laura Kelly. And, you know, it's a big night for him, an important night for him.
And doing the math, Chris Mann won Johnson County tonight by over 52,000 votes. Chris Mann won Douglas County by over 23,000 votes. He won Shawnee by over 11,000 votes. But that's not always the way it goes in the state of Kansas.
But he lost Sedgwick County, which there's 330,000 votes down there. He was close, but that's someplace where Laura Kelly has performed well. And I think when he looks back at all the totals on this, the Chris Mann campaign will say, man, I wish we would have won Sedgwick County because we'd be in the AG's office now.
Because there's still there's still more than 11,000 vote difference between Kobach and Mann.
Yeah.
And so Mann is feeling like maybe somehow he's going to pick up those 11,000 with Dickinson that hasn't reported any, and there's still a lot of other counties that are still counting their votes. All right. Let's go to the governor's race right now. We're going to take a look at those numbers. We've got 94% of the vote counted right now. And if we can take off that, okay, here comes Governor Laura Kelly to the podium right now. You can see she is walking up right now, and she's going to make her statement.
I had no idea so many Kansans could stay up this late. Whoa, this is awesome. First, I really do need to say thank you to my family. They've been incredibly patient tonight, and actually for most of my life. I want to thank all of you who are here, and I know that there were more here who couldn't stick it out. So it's just great to see this crowd. You know, and I know there are also a lot of people watching at home. You know, we feel really good about where you know, there are just a few more votes that need to be counted, and I believe once they are counted, we will win. You know, I believe you have a lot of energy for this late at night, too. Yeah, I believe today that Kansans truly did vote to keep our state moving forward. Full steam. We will not go backward. You know, today Kansans voted for strong schools, for economic growth, for balanced budgets. And yes, they voted for a woman's right to make her own health care decisions. You know, in this campaign, I spoke a lot, maybe too much for some of you, about my middle-of-the-road approach, because it's important, and everyone is tired of the hyper-partisanship and vitriol in our politics. And everyone is tired of being at each other's throats. In Kansas, we've always valued character and hard work over political party or ideology. Kansans want to know who you'll work with, not who you'll work against. Kansans embrace a proud tradition of neighbor helping neighbor in their own lives, and they expect that their elected officials to carry that same spirit in their service to the state. I believe we have done that.
Laura Kelly believing that she will win when this night is over, even as Derek Schmidt, her Republican opponent, has not conceded the race and has essentially sent all of his supporters home.
And the cliche has been Laura Kelly was the most vulnerable Democratic governor because in a Trump state, been said for 2 years since his campaign started, and she does appear to be on the cusp of it. We'll probably find out later on today when all the results are counted and reported in. One of the big mysteries, this little county out in central Kansas, Dickinson, that hasn't reported a thing. I think they went home, closed shop, and they'll come back tomorrow.
I think they wanted a good night's rest, and we are still talking about 21,093 votes, according to the Secretary of State's website, between her and her opponent, Derek Schmidt.